All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of our State of Decay 2 new player guide. I do want to take a second to say thank you to all the support you guys have been showing this series. Again, you guys are awesome. I'm glad so many of you guys have been commenting, telling me, how much it's been helping you. And I'm just going to keep trying to get that going. Remember, if you guys got any questions about what you see in this episode or in the guide period, ask away in the comments, because people, if I don't even get around to it, there's a lot of people in this community that are super knowledgeable about this game. So even if I don't get to it, I'm pretty sure other people will get to your questions. And remember, there's no dumb questions either. Ask away if you're having an issue with something. Me and everybody else will try our hardest to help you guys out. So today, like I told you guys, we're going to be going on in an offensive, and what I mean by that is we're going to start pushing back against the plague hearts. So we're going to start off with this one here. I'm going to try to do as many hearts as we can. I'm not going to just go speed running them. I want to show you guys how to take out the hearts, like systematically, pausing in between if you run into trouble and stuff like that, because now where we are currently in the game, if you guys remember our first plague heart, it really wasn't that bad. In between phases, we only had maybe 4 or 5 zombies show up. Really wasn't a big deal. Now, as you do your plague hearts, they're going to progressively keep getting harder and harder. You're going to start having freaks showing up, ferals and stuff like that showing up. So you guys want to make sure that you're ready and equipped. But for this first plague heart, I think it was last episode, I got this bloater gas, and I told you that this stuff is really good against the human enemies. As you guys see, we used it in one of the last episodes. I believe it was last episode against those humans, and one grenade killed 2 of them. Like boom, it was really crazy. So I showed you how to use those against humans. Now I'm gonna show you how to use them against the plague hearts. They're one of the strongest items in the game. Now Undead Labs actually, I want to say it was a stream or 2 ago, actually said it was a bug, that the reason why bloater gas acts like it does is a bug, which is kind of weird to me, because I would definitely have thought that was intended, but yeah, according to them, it's a bug. So let's go ahead, we're gonna get prepped up, we're gonna get her on base defense. I believe I have a powerhouse survivor. And now the reason why you want to bring a powerhouse survivor, I showcased a little bit last episode on how good powerhouse is, with the enhanced grab and push, with the drop kick that I still haven't been able to show you guys yet. But you got the drop kick, but what the one thing it does is it makes you more efficient with heavy weapons. And using heavy weapons against plague hearts, like I showed you guys on that first one, is the way to go. It's like the easiest way to kill them and do the most damage, and it's affordable. But we're gonna save that for probably like the second or third plague heart. But this first one, like I said, I want to definitely show you guys bloater gas. You know what? If I'm gonna do that, I'll use somebody else then. We'll save our powerhouse survivor. Yeah, you know what? We'll bring Caitlin here.
All this surviving is good for my abs.
Yeah.
I'm totally ripped.
Yo, heads up, Screamer.
You hear that, chat? You hear that? Totally ripped. All right, okay, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to bring 2 high-capacity guns, and the reason why I'm doing this is because when you're going to take out plague hearts, you need to bring a lot of stuff with you, and carrying stacks of ammo just takes up more inventory. So for me personally, it's like I would rather not carry a stack of ammo, because as you guys know, we got to bring stamina items. All right, we got to bring healing items. Now on top of that, I want to use the bloater gas grenades. So for bloater gas grenades, to explain how we're going to use these, as you know, you throw it, it creates a cloud of gas. Now once you create that cloud of gas, or before you create that cloud of gas, you need something to ignite the gas. Now there's plenty of items in the game that ignite gas. You can use any flammable item as fuel bombs. You can use molotovs, you can use thermite, and anything like that. You might even be able to use explosives. I've never tried to use explosives, but you might even be able to use anything that creates a flame will set off the gas. Okay, Now, using these items, I would say, is not cost effective. You could just use firecrackers. You can use firecrackers. You can use road flares. Any of those. Now, my personal favorite to set off this gas is road flares. It's because firecrackers work perfectly fine, but they make a lot of noise. So, I guess you're hitting the plague heart anyways. It's already making noise, but why make more noise and drag more zombies in? So that's why I prefer just using road flares. They're relatively quiet. They don't make a whole lot of noise, and they burn for a good time. So you only need to throw one down, and you can generally set off all the gas you need for that plague heart. Works out really, really well. So you want to go ahead. You need the gas, then you need a way to ignite the gas. I got my stamina items. I got healing. I got tons of bullets. You know, right here we're looking at almost 80 rounds of ammunition. If if that doesn't cut it, hey guys, we need to leave. All right. So we're gonna get her a different melee weapon. And if you can't do it in 80 rounds, we need to leave anyways. All right, so now that we got that, another thing we're going to bring is we're going to bring fire. Okay, so the fire isn't for the plague heart. This is for the plague heart. The fire is for the zombies. So if the zombies start to bunch up on you and it's hard for you to move around, hey, throw a Molotov or a fuel bomb, burn them, let them die, and it kind of clears the area up for you, so you don't have zombies jumping on your back and biting you while you're trying. Now you could also use distraction items, which I'll showcase. Some distraction items during this. We'll bring a boombox, and I'll bring some smoke bombs for the other plague heart and explosives. So we'll worry about this stuff later on, but the first plague heart, like I said, we're going to do with the bloater gas. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now that should be relatively quick. You should be able to kill the plague heart before the zombies even get a chance to really get to you. Now, one of the downsides with bloater gas is you actually can't use it at every plague heart. Depending on the building, will actually show you whether you could use it or not. Some houses, the plague heart will be in like a tiny bathroom at a weird angle, and you can't get the gas into the bathroom. So those are buildings you're just not going to be able to use the bloater gas on. It's not worth gassing yourself or blowing yourself up. So yeah, you can't use it in every building, but I'd say 9 out of 10 plague hearts you can. Now I think this one said it was in the spoon and cone, right? Yeah. So the spoon and cone plague heart is out in the open. We'll have no issue whatsoever hitting that one with the bloater gas. Now, as we're coming up here, we are going into plague territory, but we plan on waking up this heart anyways. So it shouldn't matter. Like, no matter what happens in here, we're going to be hitting the plague heart anyway, so it's going to wake up. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is when plague territory overlaps other plague territory. When you kill a heart, it will wake up another heart in higher difficulties. We're about to find out right now if that's also true for lower difficulties. And if so, I'm going to show you guys the fix for that. All right, so we're going to wait and see what these zombies do. Okay. So we're going to scout the area out. As you guys can see, you know, there's a bunch of zombies there, which once we activate this plague heart, they're going to get involved. The zombies in here are probably going to get involved. Any zombies in the area, they're all pretty much going to get involved. So that's why on that first plague heart, I showed you guys to go around the area and start clearing them out. But we've got a horde there. You know what I mean? This plague heart, we're going to hit so fast that it's not really going to matter. So what I am going to do is I'm going to snipe that zombie. This 22 is quite quiet. But we have to clear out this building here.
It's locked.
All right, not a stealth survivor, so we're going to go through the back. We'll try the side door here. Boom, there it is. We're in.
Gotta make this quick.
Okay. So here it is. Now with this, you got to be careful because when you go to throw the bloater gas, if it hits anything, guys, anything, it will explode before it gets. So like say I was aiming right here and I threw the bloater gas and it bounced off of this corner, that shit is gonna smoke me out. So that's why you want to make sure you have a clear sight line to the heart. Now a good way to test this is by throwing your road flare, and if that doesn't hit anything, then the bloater gas grenades should be fine too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw down the flare. All right, that's fine. That's burning. Now throw the gas. There it is, guys. In standard zone, it only takes one grenade, I guess. In lethal zone, it takes 3.
Could use some help here now.
So as you guys can see, we got a bunch of goodies in there. So if you have bloater gas, like I told you, it is the best way in the game to kill plague hearts on all difficulties. Like I said, even in lethal zone, it's quick, it's quiet, and it's so fast that the zombies don't really have a chance to react to it. So I'm just gonna clean up these samples real quick. And as you guys know, I was able to get my hands on we have 2 more bloater gas grenades. So that's 2 more plague hearts. Like these 2 here, if I wanted to, I could literally just go in and repeat the process and just boom, kill them really quick. Now I could loot this out, but what I'm going to do right now is we're going to hold off on looting that building for right now. Because once I get these other hearts done, we're going to kind of find a nice centralized location, which I'll probably make an outpost up here. But I'm going to move this ammo outpost finally. We're going to break that down, and I'm going to move it over in here. Because like I tried to show you guys, I like to keep my outposts in areas that I'm operating in. You know what I mean? Like this outpost up here, like, yeah, they're cool and all, but they're not serving me any purpose. You know what I mean? Like they're way out of my way. I've already completely looted this area out. Like, yeah, I'm getting resources from them, but I can literally just tear this food outpost down and move it right here. Which, you know what? We'll do that right now. We'll do it right now. So one of the ways, if you're confused, because when you look here on your base screen, you'll see the different outposts. And you're like, hey, what outpost is what? Maybe if you don't know the names of the buildings, like I know that the one up there is the fruit stand. But if you don't know the name of the building, you could just look at what number the outpost is. Okay, so this is outpost number 2. And when you go to the map, all right, and you scroll over it, it will tell you in the green letters, outpost 2, outpost 4. And then you just look on your thing here, and as you can see, they're all numbered. So if you want to know what outpost is what outpost you need to break down so you're not breaking down the wrong ones, they all are numbered. So we know we need to break down outpost 2. Get rid of that. Now you do get a little bit of a refund when you break down the outposts. There it is. We got 180 influence back. All right, and then we'll claim this. Get our food outpost right back.
This outpost is secure.
All right, so we didn't lose anything. All we did was move it from here to here.
I can see how we might improve this place even more.
Now, like I said, I'm not going to loot this stuff out right this second because I have my inventory set for killing plague hearts right now. So yeah, we're just going to leave it right now. There's a sample over here. And when we come back, we can just loot it all up. The plague heart loot will not despawn on you, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm so beat.
Okay, so for this next one, I'm going to show you the smoke grenades. Now, smoke grenades are actually a very underrated, underutilized item in
Still getting shit done?
in State of Decay. A lot of people don't know what they're for. You can use them defensively mostly. Like say you get swarmed by a bunch of zombies, you could drop the smoke grenade down on the ground and stand in the smoke, and the zombies won't attack you while you're in the smoke. But you can also use that offensively, and I started using smoke grenades offensively a while back. I'm not saying I'm the first person to ever do it, but Yeah, we definitely try to showcase it and get a lot more people doing it. So we're gonna roll up in here. Plague heart's right here. Now this way is obviously a little more dangerous because I'm not going to be killing the plague heart super fast. But
Anybody listening out there? I could use a hand.
Actually, we got to run back to my outpost, guys, because I didn't grab a heavy weapon. Now, honestly, I should be using my powerhouse survivor. So I'm going to swap over to him. Oh, I want to showcase this the right way to you guys. Now, one of the ways you can quick transfer your kit, all right, from one survivor to another, because think, oh man, I just spent 10 minutes, you know, loading this guy out. I didn't actually spend 10 minutes, but just say you did. Say you spent a bunch of time, you know, getting this guy his kit and getting him ready for the plague hearts, and you're like, damn, now I got to drop all this stuff and equip it onto somebody else. One of the fast ways to do this, guys, is actually to store the stuff in your trunk. All right. Now, the stamina healing items, that's too easy. Throw the gun in there. You could store most of it right here in the trunk, and then you just grab it when you come back out. That way you don't got to dig through your box and find your grenades and all this other stuff again. You can literally just come in here. Now, I know I got to get my pistol back, and my stamina and healing items will give him a base defense gun. All right, we're going to switch over to Perez, who is our powerhouse survivor. All right, then you come here. He actually didn't have a gun equipped on him, which is foolish on my end. All right, so we're looking for our handgun. Boom, so we got him the handgun back. Come here, grab our healing and stamina again. And then everything else is right there in the trunk. There we go. I'm gonna drop those samples just because I don't need them. No need to fight that horde. I know it's actually kind of crazy when I watch people play this game when they're newer. It's like almost like a compulsion. Like you see the zombies and then people just need to run them over, or they need to fight them. They need to shoot them. Just leave them and just keep it moving. Like why race you know, because the zombies spawn in infinitely in this game, so why waste resources fighting zombies over there when you can use resources to fight zombies over here that you actually need to fight?
If I take out the nearest plague heart, this should
you know what
clear up.
Seriously, so I went back, swapped survivors, didn't grab a heavy weapon. Back to the outpost we go again. See, if this was a normal video and I was a good YouTuber, I would cut this out and then jump cut back to the plague heart when we were ready. But because I'm such a shitty YouTuber, you guys are coming along for yet another ride back to the outpost, baby. There it is. Okay, so that horde's over there. Now, what I can do to avoid conflict with them is we're gonna go through the back door. Now, when it comes to heavy weapons, there are heavy weapons that are better than other heavy weapons. So what you're looking for when it comes to killing plague hearts is you want impact. You want the impact is the stat that dictates like how much damage you're going to do to the heart. So as you can see, this shovel has less impact than this drive shaft club here. So you definitely want to make sure that you're either A, using drive shaft clubs, coffee can maces, sledgehammers. Those are all the best heavy weapons, but at the end of the day, you can use whatever heavy weapon you want. They're all decent enough. Might have to fight those guys. We'll see, though. Now, the thing is, I have a heavy weapon equipped as my primarily melee. And generally, I don't like to swing those things in a normal fight if I don't have to. Okay, so we're going to clear this building out.
Here for a job. Time to do it.
So this plague heart, this style of killing plague heart is done exactly the same way. You want to make sure you clear the building out. Because it just gives you that personal time that you want with the plague heart without the zombies interrupting you. Okay, so this is the smoke grenade method. Now, because there's no zombies here right now, there's no need for me to use the smoke grenade. I would just be wasting it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with the heavy weapon first. I'm gonna phase it. And then on phase 2, when I come back to the plague heart, that's when I'm going to use the smoke grenade. Now, once you have a person with powerhouse, I'll show you guys in this room. You guys have, remember, you have your attack patterns here where you're swinging your heavy weapon, okay? Now, this is just a normal attack. But once you unlock powerhouse, what it does is it gives you access to the, like, power attack with heavy weapons. So what you do is you hold the attack button, and as you can see, you go into this animation where you hold it and then you swing up like that. That is the attack that you actually want to use on the plague hearts. It does massive amounts of damage to the plague hearts, guys. Massive damage. Now, you don't have to wait until it, because if you hold it, eventually it'll just attack on its own. You don't have to do that. Just wait until he brings the weapon up and then kind of like pauses. As soon as you see him pause, you release it. You don't have to wait for the whole animation. So you pull it up, pause, release. You don't have to hold it any longer. So here we go. So it's only going to take a couple hits. We'll go 1, 2. All right. We're going to come in this back room here. Now, it's going to take about 10 seconds for that smoke around the heart to clear. I'm going to get my smoke grenade primed and ready. All right, now we're good to go. Now what you do is you throw the smoke grenade down at the base of the plague heart, and as you can see, I can just stand here. The zombies will not attack you while you're standing in this, and then you go back in.
Okay, I think it's on the ropes.
You got to get away from them again. Got to wait that 10 seconds again. Wait for that gas to clear out. Okay, let's get back to it. There it is. Like I said, it just nukes all the zombies in the area, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But yeah, the smoke grenade, like I said, it blocks their line of sight. Now, depending on the building you're in, I was able to use the fact that the smoke came all the way over here, and I was able to come back in this room without them seeing me. You might not be able to do that, so what will happen is as soon as you move out of the smoke, the zombies are going to start chasing you. So if you want to, just go to the very edge of the smoke and you can just wait it out there. Like, as long as you're not right on top of the plague heart, the gas won't get you, so you can kind of just step away, like probably like this far, stay in the smoke. The zombies won't attack you, and as soon as it goes away, then come back in and start attacking it again. But yeah, I was able to get far away from the heart, kind of LOS in this room. But yeah, you might not always be able to do that depending on the room or the type of building you're in. All right, so now we got some splody bits we'll go use, but we're going to use a distraction on this plague heart. We're going to start it off just like I did with that one. We're going to clear the area, get that one-on-one time. Get that one-on-one time with the plague heart. First phase it in melee, and then we'll use explosives to the rest of it. I always advise people always do at least a phase in melee, because it'll just save you resources, you know? Instead of using 3 C4, maybe you only got to use 1 or 2, you know what I mean? So if you can, if you're not comfortable with melee, don't stress about it, guys. Do what you're comfortable with. But there's no issue doing a combination of everything, you know what I mean? You don't have to use all explosives or all melee or all bloater gas. Like, you could kind of mix it up, like do one phase melee, then do the next phase with bloater gas, you know, or fire or something like that, or bullets.
Time to put him away.
Guess we're just clearing out the area here. As you guys can see, quite a few of the zombies here. But this guy has powerhouse, so he's good at using heavy weapons. Okay, so for boom boxes, the one good thing about the boombox distraction item is you can actually place it down beforehand, and then you have to activate it. As you guys, mine is Shift Q. I don't know what it will be for you to activate on controller, but that's what it's for me to activate. You could set it, be like, all right, I know that once I'm in here and I do this, I can activate this, and it's going to draw all the zombies away. Now, in the lower difficulties, zombies will prioritize distraction items over the player. Once you hit, I believe, Nightmare Zone, that is no longer the fact. Then it switches. Now the zombies will prioritize the player over the distraction items. I would never get used to this. This is just me kind of showing you guys the mechanic, but if you do ever intend on playing in the higher difficulties, don't get used to distraction items mainly being like the main part of your play style, because yeah, as you get in the higher difficulties, you will lose that part of your play style. So if you build your playstyle around using distractions to herd zombies away, there is still ways you can do it in the higher difficulties. You just got to make sure that the zombies go to the distraction items first, and then you can hit the plague heart, but they will always prioritize you for the most part. So it's a little trickier in the higher difficulties. All right, I'm gonna go try the back door before we... Board on this side? Yeah, it's just 3. Okay, there it is. So, located the plague heart. We know what room it's in. Rest of the building's clear. Clear enough for me to be able to get my one-on-one time with the heart. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do a phase in melee. I'm going to step out, activate the distraction item. That way the zombies don't pull up on me. And then I'll finish it off with like explosives and stuff. So I'll just kind of showcase here. All right. All right. Now you see I activated that. They're gonna ignore me, and they're all gonna run outside to that boombox. I'm gonna come back in here, hit it again.
Okay, I think it's on the ropes.
Now that boombox should go the whole length of the plague heart. Throw that grenade in there.
That definitely hurt it.
And there it is. And you see the boombox is still going. And it just now ended. So it gives you enough time to do, a little bit of combination of everything there. Was able to pull the zombies away from me. And you see, I didn't have to fight anything. These past 2 hearts, we literally haven't had to fight a single zombie during the actual clearing of the plague heart.
We're feeling pretty unwelcome around here, so we're just gonna move on. Take care, I guess.
Pissing people off, but it's okay, guys. Like I said, you're gonna get that a lot, and I know a lot of players, that's one of the #1 complaints, that people are like, man, the enclaves are always asking me, it's so hard to keep up with. You don't, unless you have an ally that you don't want to lose. Those are the only ones I would tell you guys to focus on, like focus real hard on. But if you have free time and there's an ally asking you for something, of course help them out, but at the moment you don't, it's not mandatory. You could just ignore them. Eventually, either they'll go away. Sometimes they will go hostile, but even then, it doesn't really matter. So, unless they're allies that you really are like, yo, I need this enclave or this, Those are the only ones I would do missions for. Like, stop what I'm doing to go do missions for. But no, I wanted to clear these play carts. That enclave was not that important. So there's that. Now, one thing is this trader just popped up, and now it's a network trader. Now, we really haven't talked about the network trader, but the network trader is kind of a mandatory thing.
I hope these are useful.
It's kind of a mandatory thing in a longer term playthrough, because what it does is they have something for sale, which we're going to go back and I'll kind of show you guys right now. The network trader sells something that every playthrough you're going to want. And it's actually the only way to get it, I believe, is through the network trader. And it's the network satellite relay. Now, it's expensive, so if you guys want to go buy it, make sure you got to have 500 influence. But what it does is, let me get to the outpost so I can visually show you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fight this horde. It's cool, we can kill most of them with the car. Now, we're not in a super rush to get to the trader at the moment, because we do have like 20 some odd minutes to get to him. Every trader shows up on the map for 30 minutes, so you don't have to like scream over there. I got plenty of time to drop my kit, swap survivors, go up there and do my thing. But the survivor didn't take any damage, so realistically I don't have to swap him, but just in case we do want to hit another play cart, I'll make sure that he's rested up.
Holy hell.
Give him that. No, you know what? Never mind. I want to keep that available just in case we do run into... Can you believe, guys, we have not seen a juggernaut yet. It's so wild. We have not seen a juggernaut yet. So we'll take Tierra here. Get her kitted out really quick. Is she swordplay? No, she has nothing yet. All right, grab my 2 guns. I'm gonna top off the rifle. I'm gonna check the durability. They're both fine. Weapon durability is good on that. Now, one of the things I never really talked about is these close combat weapons. Close combat weapons, as you see, she has a rusty screwdriver. And you have K-bars, you have, you know, the Echo, the Tonto knife here, you got the combat knife, you got the rescue knife. None of these matter, guys. There is no stat difference. All this is cosmetic. It's just a different skin for your close combat weapon. So don't worry about if you have a rusty screwdriver or if you have a combat knife or K-bar. It doesn't matter. They all do the same amount of damage. They all attack the same exact speed. There is no one that's better than any other. It's just a skin. So use whatever one you think looks cool. You can just keep the rusty screwdriver if you don't really care all that much. Okay, so I do want to start using energy drinks now as my primary, but I don't have a way to craft them, so we are going to have to be a little resourceful, I guess, because I don't want to use too many of them. We'll just be stingy, guys. Use them if we need to. Now, what the energy drinks do is it gives you infinite stamina for like 30 seconds or something like that. So you could just fight. So if you ever do get in a big melee fight, energy drinks and stimulants give you like a minute or two, like I think it's like a minute or a minute and a half, and energy drinks give you like 20 or 30 seconds. So if you ever do get in a big melee fight and you need infinite stamina or you need to run from ferals or something, energy drinks or stimulants are the way to go. Coffee does not do it. Like I said, that just makes your survivor not tired anymore. So these are your 2 that you're going to want for that infinite stamina. All right, let me see. So we are going to link up with a trader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we bring stuff to trade. I got a bunch of stuff sitting around the locker from our previous loot sessions. So we're going to load the car up. Make a little extra money. Because so we're going to be buying this item, this satellite from them. It's going to cost us about 500 influence. So let me see. Is there anything else I want to sell? I'll sell one of those water coolers. Because I don't need two. Now, for me, I know I'll never use these power tools. I don't know. I've never like it makes things faster. Well, we'll hold on to it. We'll hold on to it. But I know for a fact I don't need the signal antenna. Okay, because what we're going to buy from them is actually going to replace our signal antenna that we have in our command center. So I showed you guys when you get the signal antenna, what it does is it gives you an extra outpost. We're going to get a satellite from this trader that's going to give us access to 2 extra outposts. So it's going to completely release, get rid of this, and then we're going to have a 5th outpost, all because of this facility mod we're about to go buy. All right, I want to check the timing on this trader. I can actually key it or pin it so I can now see I got 16 minutes. So we got plenty of time. Let's go grab a couple more items for sale. I'll just sell the rest of these 7-slot backpacks and these crappy 6 slots.
Yeah, that's heavy enough.
All right, there we go. Let me see. So where's the trader? Trader's up near my outpost, so if I do want to go and get some more stuff to sell, we can do that. I'm going to grab a... Oh, we should be good on gas. Probably should fuel up if I'm being honest, but... Yeah, you know what? Let's fuel up. Let's not be dumb. It's a bit of a trip. Don't be... I was trying to be lazy there. Because I didn't want to, like, drop something, have to come and grab a gas can and...
That's heavy enough.
But, yeah, don't be lazy. Just do it. Last thing you want to do is run out of gas. Alright, now go back, grab the 7 slot, and we're good. Now, I was actually surprised during both of those last 2 play carts we did, we didn't have any ferals showing up, which is pretty weird. I expected to see a feral at this point. That was a pretty good sized horde. But one thing you notice, guys, is I haven't been running over a lot of zombies in this playthrough, and I have not used a single repair kit on any of my vehicles. No smoking cars, no, because I'm not just plowing through them like that. Like, in moments like that, what you can do is you spin around and you back through them. There's a feral. We'll just keep it moving. We don't need to worry about him. Now, he is actually kind of close to my base, so we are going to worry about him. He actually might run into my base. All right, so like I showed you guys before, he should run at me in a very, very straight line once I get his attention. Now, if I wanted to, I could zoom in and just shoot him from range. But like I said, if you want, you could get his attention, have him run close to you, but there's no need. Just shoot him from range. I just didn't want him hanging around my base. Now, if it wasn't for this trader, I would have took time and we would have started looting out the play cards that we just destroyed. But this trader is on a timer, so we want to make sure that we knock this out because we can get our loot whenever we want. You know what I mean?
Yo.
All right. So you look right here. This is
network. It's good to meet you.
This is the item that you want to buy, guys. The network single and booster, super good. Another item that you could buy off of these guys here is the Danforth Slugger. This is actually a unique network bat. It's one of the best blunt weapons in the game. Has incredible knockdown, guys. I'm talking. You swing it once, almost guaranteed to knock it, especially if you have somebody with striking. It's almost a guaranteed knockdown with one swing from this bat. So I'm going to buy that too, because I think we have somebody with striking in our group. Another thing you could buy is a white noise machine. This is good for morale. But like I said, if you're not having any morale issues, don't just go blowing your money because you can. But definitely you want to... Oh, I got to sell first real quick. Now, these traders come with a good bit of influence. You see, they come with 1,250. I believe the special traders like the Mysterious, they come with like 2,500. Definitely try to get as much of this as you possibly can. All right, we're going to sell that. And then I'm going to buy...
That's terrific.
Antenna and bat.
Wish I had space for that.
I'll drop this and that in there.
Wish I had space for that.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'll equip somebody with that Danforth, the bat, and I'm pretty sure.
I'd like to make a trade.
No problem.
If you have somebody with striking, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's a really fun bat. It's got pretty good durability too.
I got to drop this off soon.
Okay.
Interested in trading?
Yep.
Okay, so they still have 900 influence. If I really wanted to, obviously I do. So that's why I'm going to run to my outpost up the road real quick. We're going to grab some goodies. More goodies, and we're going to bring them down here to sell. I want to get every bit of that 900. Because I know I have stuff in my locker that we don't need. Nope. Yep, right here. All right, let's see here. So we'll start again on the back end here. Got this crappy backpacks. I want to keep my one ultralight. Get rid of some of these crappy 8 slots.
Not gonna fit.
Probably gonna making 2 trips here. I generally like to hold on a few of these because you'll end up swapping your people out. But the heavy 8 slots, I never use them. So let's now when it comes to facility mods, until you know what they are, keep them until you know how your base is gonna be set up, because you never know when you might need something. But stuff like mini fridge, this I believe gives you extra food storage. Oh, it actually says you can store foods and meds. I might hold on to that just to see how good it is. If it's 2 food, 2 med, that's gonna kind of suck. But if it's like 5 and 5 or something like that, that'd be pretty nice. But I like the fact that it's food and meds. All right, so we'll hold on to that. But for instance, right here, a set of equipment that preserve food. This is going to give us more food storage in a kitchen. Not going to use it.
Yep, that's heavy enough.
This set of power tools. Like I said, this you could use in a workshop if you know if you don't really care about reducing the facility action speed. Which what that means is like, for instance, if I'm in my workshop and I want to.
I met this one guy who said he got blood plague from an old can of green beans. That's not fucking blood plague, it's food poisoning. Get your head out of your ass.
Say I wanted to salvage these weapon remains, which in Lethal Zone takes 15 minutes. And this only takes 5, but say I don't want to wait 5 minutes. I could install that mod here, and because my base has power, what happens is you turn that saw on and it will cut that time down. I don't know if it tells you a percentage. It just, you know, it just says it drastically. So, you know, maybe 50%, maybe 20%. I don't know exactly what it does. It'll make that type of stuff go a bit faster for you. So, if you know, like, hey, I got a big project in my workshop, I'm gonna be making a bunch of this, or another good thing that would be good for is if you want to mass produce ammo out of your workshop here, because what you can do is you can come down here and actually produce ammo. This takes 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Say you want this to be faster, I can install those tools and then cut this time down, I don't know, by half or what. You know what? I'm interested to see how much time it reduces. Let's get that installed. And then we'll turn our generator on and we'll do it for science, just so you guys can see how fast it is. And we'll get some ammo churned out, just because I'm curious now. Now, we got everything out of here I want to sell. These seeds. I'm not using a garden. I'm not using a farm. If you guys do want garden and farms, keep your seeds, because these seeds are what you use to boost the yield. Say your farm only gives you 2 food a day. If you use seeds on it, it'll give you 3 food a day. You know what I mean? So if you do plan on having gardens and stuff like that, keep your seeds. I don't really use gardens, so I'm going to sell them. And then, is there anything else I want to sell for right now? I think I'm good. Actually, I'm going to sell this mechanics book and utilities book. These are skill books. Keep them if you don't know when you want to level somebody up or what you want to teach people. I already have 2 mechanics, so I don't need this. And I don't ever really use utilities in my bases, so I know I don't need that utilities book. Guns and weapons I generally break down instead of selling. We got 5 minutes left on this trader. We got a horde coming.
Have you got anything to trade?
No problem.
I want to get this stuff out of my inventory really quick, just in case I have to fight. Now, it's a roaming horde, so they're going to pass by. There's a good chance they're going to aggro to the trader, but we'll hold off and see what happens.
That's heavy enough.
Might be okay. I think they're roaming up that way. Yep. All right, we're good to go.
Do you have anything to swap for?
No problem.
And there it is. Got 300 influence left. I don't really have anything left in my locker. If you really wanted to eke out every little bit of influence they had, you can go out and do some looting. If you don't have anything you want to sell, go hit a couple spots. But they only got 5 minutes left, and I'm not really all that concerned about it. So we're going to head back down now.
I'll be there to help
What's this?
soon.
A cry for help.
Not to be rude, but please, hurry.
I'm going to check this mission out. I don't know what it is. Yeah, any chance I get, I try to not plow through the zombies. It's just good habits. Like I said, the vehicles in Standard Zone are quite tanky, so if you guys are hitting zombies here and there, it's really not a huge deal. But as you get in the higher difficulties, you run into like 10 zombies and boom, your car is done. And I believe where we're going is Plague Territory. Nope, no longer Plague Territory. It was initially. But we killed the heart over here, so we're good. It's a bug. They see that green splotch around my infestation on the minimap. It's not actually infested. You log out. If you see that and it's really bothering, just log out, log back in. It should go away. Okay, so that mod's now installed there. Get our generator turned on, which is going to cost us a little bit of fuel.
I need some help here! Anyone!
I'll get you out of there.
What you screaming for, man? There's nobody here, dude.
Am I glad?
Thanks for coming. I never thought I'd be the one who needs saving, so let's get out of here before any more show up.
What do you say to helping a guy get home?
All right, so he just wants me to bring him home. I don't think these are the alcoholics, right? All right, so they live down here. Ooh. All right, guys. So this will happen to you sometimes. You'll get an enclave that moves into a base. I believe these are the Zed Hunters. I think they might be Zed Hunters. It's one of the special story enclaves because I know this only because they moved into a base. Now the shitty thing about this is the fire station, one of my favorite bases in the game. If I wanted to move into this base right now, I can't because now this enclave lives here. So the only way to really deal with that is you have to kill them.
That's a whole mob of zombies there.
I could use a little help if anybody's listening.
There we go. So I am going to be checking out some of these missions. Survivors in need. What happens is you can sometimes get recruits from these missions. You go out, you help people, and they're like, hey, at the end of the mission, like, hey, by chance, do you have any room in your community? And I told you guys, we are looking for one more survivor right now. So I think we're at 6, right? Or did I end up with 7? Yeah, we're at 6 right now. I want to get 7 so we can break down that that Clio drop at base. Now we have to be careful. Their base is in plague territory, so I don't want to wake up a plague heart down here right now. So as we're going into town, we want to keep it nice and chill, nice and quiet.
Zombie. Over there.
The longer I stay in plague territory, the bigger the risk I'm taking.
Okay, now the thing is the Enclave members can kill zombies, and it will not count towards waking up the heart, but the second you start killing zombies, it will count.
Looks like we're here.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate getting how maybe we can find a way to repay the favor.
My group has developed an aptitude for getting rid of zombies.
Yep, Zed Hunters.
If you want, we could make this area a lot safer for you.
So,
Okay.
it's a good group to have.
Best of luck.
They give you pretty cool enclave bonus and stuff like that, but like I said, the shitty thing is they're in the base that I know eventually I wanted to move into, so we'll see though.
Do you have anything to swap for?
Before I leave, check to see what they have for sale. Nothing great. But now we have a enclave down here, and we have a survivor in need right
I'll be
here.
right there.
Now, like I said, these
getting real here, so
these missions are down here in Plague territory, so we want to be just cautious. There's a freaking juggernaut, guys. Now, I haven't showcased one in this playthrough, but they're big boys. I guess maybe let's lure them out of Plague territory. I'm gonna show you guys, I guess, a little trick. Now, juggernauts are very, very expensive zombies to fight. Some of the best ways to kill them is with explosives or 50 cal sniper rifles. It only takes like 4 or 5 shots from the 50 cal to drop them. Have high caliber rifles. Those are the things you want to. You can fight them in melee, but it's until you're very, very experienced, I would advise you not to. But one of the things you can do is you can kill them with your car. Now, don't build your play style of killing juggernauts around this. Like I said, try some of those other things. Try explosives. Try 50 cals. You can use sniper support. You could just run away and not fight them, period. Or you could run into a building, because juggernauts actually cannot enter buildings. So you can hide in houses, just get away from them. Don't waste resources. I mean, I wouldn't shoot them personally. It's just too expensive. But like I said, you can kill with your car. Now, what you want to do is you got to be careful, though, because this is one of the easiest ways to get your car blown up if you don't do it right. Now, what you want to do is you want to ram into the juggernaut, but you have to ram into him with the trunk. Now, this could take, I've had it work in 2 hits, and I've had it take as long as like 40 hits. What you do is you get some speed and you back into him. You get some speed and you back into him. You just keep repeating that process over and over again until he dies. So get some distance, back into him. Get some distance, back into him. Again! 2 hits. So like I said, it all just depends. Sometimes it could take 2 hits, as you guys see in there. Sometimes it could take 30, 40 hits. It all just depends. But that's how you do it, guys. Easy way to take out juggernauts. It's probably the only cheese tactic I'm really going to teach you. I've had people in the comments asking, you know, oh, why aren't you showing people duplication glitches and this? And I'm not, I mean, there's plenty of videos that showcase that stuff, guys, and you're more than welcome to do it if you want to. I just, you're not going to learn that type of stuff from me personally, okay? So it's not, like I said, you can do whatever you want in your playthrough, but yeah, just don't expect me to be the one to teach you how to do it. I don't know, it just makes the game too boring. Duping stuff, like, it takes the challenge out of it. Like, what's the point of getting rare guns if I could just find one rare gun and just make infinite copies of it? Okay, so we want to be careful here. Now I'm going to clear these dudes out. From stealth, none of those kills count, so we're good. All right. Let's clear them up. Nice, nice.
I feel like shit.
Really bad shape. Please, do you have anything that can help? So he wants some painkillers. We got painkillers on us. We'll give them to him. It's not a big deal. I think I'll be able to recruit this guy after the fact, though.
I won't forget this.
Because I think he's like, oh, I don't think I could survive on my own.
You like got no idea how bad I need a place to live.
So this is what I was saying about the survivor activity. Anytime you get any of these survivor in need missions, guys, check them out, especially if you're in the market for recruits. Now what we could do is we can learn about him, see what his skills are. His health and everything looks pretty good. He doesn't have any negative traits that I could see at the moment. One of the things you want to look out for that can actually slip is always check the number of stars that the characters have. I never actually brought this up. Even when you're rolling characters, you always want to watch the number of stars. If they don't have 7 stars, because sometimes you'll find it's not obvious. Sometimes it's super obvious when they, you know, only have 2 or 1 or 3. But when it's like 6 or something like that, you might not even notice it. But you want to check and make sure that they always have 7 stars. Because if they don't have 7 stars, you'll never be able to specialize, get the gold trait on the person. They'll just hit that star limit, and that's as high as they'll go. So always check, make sure they have the full 7 stars before you go recruiting people. So you know what? We'll grab this guy because I need a 7th.
Move on your part.
Come back and meet the team.
He's got a nice little handgun on him. Got an axe. All right, let's get him back to base. I could loot out the shed actually while we're here, even though I don't really need materials like that now.
Not happening.
Okay. One of the things I did, we got this activated. Let's test out the ammo crafting. So it was 7 minutes and 30 seconds was the original time. So what is it now with the power tools? Let me make sure the power tools are. Do I gotta turn them on? I think they're just auto on. Yep. Okay, so it's 50%, guys. It cuts the time in half. Okay. So now it's 6 minutes. Wait, what? Wasn't it 7 minutes and 30 seconds? How is 50%? What? It only took like a minute off. Whatever. So
As long as that plague heart is nearby,
definitely not worth it in my opinion, guys.
Really be secured.
I'm not gonna waste a whole facility slot and have power and do all this stuff to save 1 minute.
A little bit helps.
You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So I'd definitely be selling the shit out of those electric tools. I don't even have any scraps. Scraps of weapon remains to showcase those. I don't know. Maybe the ammo production was longer. I swear it said 7 minutes and 30 seconds though, but I might have to go back and check it on the replay. Okay, so now that we got Willis, that brings us up to 7 survivors, which means I'll finally be able to break down this Clio drop. As you guys can see here, it's going to take 15 minutes, but it requires 7 people. It's going to be nice. It's going to free up a large slot. We'll be able to showcase the large slot facilities that we can build. I think I can actually go back this way. We'll go this way.
One summer, I spent a week stalking this 12-point buck. Followed its tracks, sniffed its shit, waited, watched, learned. Sure, I got the buck, but I got something else more valuable. The skills it takes to hunt and kill fucking zombies.
Sniffing shit? Well, there it is. Guys, you heard it there first. That's top tier tip. Walk around sniffing deer shit and you're ready for the apocalypse. I've been messing up this whole time.
Careful, there's a fucking plague zombie out there.
Nailed him!
Now, I'm not going to store the
Take a minute to get
Actually,
settled,
no.
then find a place to pitch in.
Do we get materials out of this?
Saved my ass.
We do. So I'm not going to store the materials because I already know I'm going to go over. So we'll just put those in the vehicle for right now. Now we got our new antenna, guys. So we're going to go ahead and remove this one. All right, and then get your new antenna installed. Boom, that's going to give us access. So as you can see, we lost an outpost. Which one did we lose? I think ammo. Yeah, ammo should have fell off, which doesn't matter. So, tip, be ready. You know you're going to lose an outpost when you tear that down. So, I wasn't even paying attention. Good thing it was an outpost that I didn't have upgraded or cared about. But yeah, you're going to drop an outpost to gain 2. So make sure that that outpost you're ready to drop is emptied out and not one that, you know, that you don't want to lose right now. Especially if you went and invested influence and stuff into it, that really would hurt. That would sting a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do here is, now that we got the 7 peeps, we're going to start them up on this. Oh, okay, so since this is going and this is going, I can't activate this yet. Signal booster only takes 2 minutes. This only takes a minute, so we should be good to go. I'm gonna go hunt down these freak zombies in front of my base. There's a bloater over here somewhere. It's on the other side of the shed. There you are. Those are almost done. Now the ammo production is going to bring us right up to 35 ammo. And I think when we break this Clio drop down, that gives us, I believe that gives us, no, food, meds, materials. So I want to check my numbers. Food, we're fine. Meds, we're fine. Materials, we're fine. We're not going to go over on anything when that does eventually break down. All right, so that's now done. 20 seconds on this. I think I might go Infirmary 3, guys. There's no reason not to. You know, if you have the resources, just keep upgrading your facilities as much as you can. So yeah, I was thinking about maybe going Infirmary 3 because we have the extra materials.
Hey, neighbors. Can you spare anyone to help us out?
Look at that. Boom. So now we have access to 2 more outposts because we went ahead and installed that mod. So keep your eyes open for that network trader. It's definitely one of the best things that you can get your hands on. The outsiders want us to fill them up. That's this group up here who is friendly. So there's a friendly enclave. If you do a mission for a friendly, they become allies. I generally try to do those because why not get another ally bonus? You know what I mean?
Careful on the way over, okay?
Now they want some fuel, and I don't want to take. I could just take it out of my storage, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout here. There was a plague heart there. I don't. So that plague heart has a fuel ruck in it, and that plague heart has a food ruck in it. I don't know what this one had. Oh, it had It had medicine. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to loot fuel from this gas station and bring it to them. If you don't want to go through all that, just pull it out of your supply. Let's get to looting. Crappy thing would be if I somehow didn't get a gas can, right? You just have to go somewhere else. Alright, so we got a regular fuel can there, but not the ruck. The ruck is what they want.
Zombies are still closer than I'd like.
Okay, he's up in the back corner there. There it is. So that's what they need for the mission. And we found some 22 rounds. Zombies coming through the window. I think the last container's on the roof up there. I'm not too concerned about it.
Nothing here but more nothing.
Now, if you guys aren't having as much luck as I am with enclaves showing up, you know, organically, remember in the beginning of this series I showed you, you can always bring up your radio and you can hit find other survivors, and this will spawn enclaves on your map. So if you're not having, you know, people show up, or you want more people to show up, just keep using that. But we've been having pretty decent luck so far with, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enclaves so far. So we're doing pretty good. I think you can have a max of like 15 on your map before it starts creating issues. So
want to come in?
Low Bar. It's a hell of a name.
Thanks for taking care of that.
So give them the fuel.
Remember, stay safe.
You're always welcome here.
All right, so they are allies now, and they're giving me health and fighting XP. Not the greatest of enclave bonuses, but it's better than nothing, right?
I'm looking to trade.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, so anytime an enclave has stims or energy drinks, I'm generally always buying them. Especially stims is the rarest stamina item in the game. I always buy those. Some people will always buy first aid kits too, but I'm always buying those. I'll buy the first aid kit. We don't need any of this stuff. Yeah, so as you know, we took out those play cards, so we got a lot of looting that still needs to get done. Go around, get the rucksacks that we got going. Oh, let me see. So let's get this breaking down too. That's gonna take 15 minutes. Now you get a nice little care package when you break this down, guys. You get like an M4, some ammo, you get a bunch of like food, you get some materials, some medicine. And it opens up a large facility slot. Now it doesn't do anything until you break it down. Like while it sits there, it's not like there's a benefit for keeping it. It just literally is taking up a slot in your base. Right, there it is. Got the power on, as you can see the sign's nice and lit up now. Inside the base gets nice and lit up. I love that the fact that they went ahead and added like all the lights and interiors, not just the bases, but outposts and everything. It looks nice. You know, the lighting and stuff. But definitely gives it a nice little vibe. But there it is, guys. Now, one of the things that we could do also when you got power in this base is this fuel tank watchtower acts as it's a watchtower. But what happens is it actually has this function here to connect the pumps. Now, all it requires is base power, and obviously 2 people. I can't use it right now because all my people are working on this currently. But one of the things you could do is you could connect the pumps, and it's going to give you 15 fuel. Takes 2.5 minutes.
Those ferals are quick.
2.5 minutes, and it's going to give us 15 fuel in our base. Now, before I activate that, because I know I'm sitting at 27 now, all right, if I activate this, it's going to put me way over cap, which our cap for fuel is 35. So if I got 15 fuel right now, that's going to throw us way over cap. So I'm going to go ahead and be like, all right, you know, I'm about to spend a ton of fuel. My power's on. Let me go ahead and craft up some fire items. You know, we'll craft up some of this. 2 batches of those. I'll do a few gas cans. And that should be good. You know, do 1 more batch. All right, so now that lowered our fuel down to 16, but I know, hey, when I activate this bad boy, we're not going to go over cap. And we'll be good to go. So we'll get that going as soon as this is done, which can take about 11 minutes. Then we'll get this going, and then our base is pretty much good to go. The only other thing we got to do is upgrade our infirmary, which we could do once this is done also. Get this connected, get this upgrading, and then we can even upgrade our storage, which I might do ammo fuel. But we need knowledge of munitions, and I don't have a chemist yet. Honestly, I couldn't do any of these if I wanted, just because I don't have the knowledge.
That's not gonna work.
We don't have any survivors that know how to do that stuff. But there it is, guys. Again, thank you so much. You know, I hope this series is helping you guys out. And we're going to end it here. Remember, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this this episode. If there's any questions that you guys might have, ask away. And yeah, we're going to pick this up next episode. Like I said, we're going to go start doing some looting. We're going to go and get all the stuff done around base and make a plan to go on the offensive some more. So thank you guys again so much. I appreciate the support, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.